Hello everybody and welcome to this video in which we are going over lists in Python. Very useful data structure. Okay, so let's have a look at a list. Well, we create it using that. Open and close square brackets. Then we put the items that we want in the list, well, in the list. And that means in here. So let's just do some strings. Let's just do apple. So it's a list of fruit. And that's already a list. It's a list with one item in it. Let's save it into a variable. So let's call it fruit, like that, like so. So now this list here of just this one item, apple, will be assigned to this variable called fruit, and then we can just print that. So print fruit like so. Okay. I'm just going to save it, and hopefully we can find it there, and it prints that. Okay, apple, fine. So that's a list. Simple as that, right? Let's add some more items to a list, because of course a list is, well, really a list. So let's add cherry, and now we've got two items in our list, which is called fruit. Save it, run it, and there we go. Now let's just put one more thing in here. So let's do guava. Okay, save it. We've now got three items in our list, and we know it's a list because we've got the open and the close square brackets. Okay, did I save it? Yes, I did. So let's just run that. Okay. Now we can index it. We've got a whole technique card and video on indexing. Goes into more detail, but quite simply, the way we can index it, what we're going to do is use square brackets with a number. 0 is going to be the first item, because this is index 0. Python counts from 0. Then this will be 1, index 1, and this will be index 2. So if I put 0, so fruit, if I come back to the print here, if I put at the end of fruits, I'm saying from the list fruit, I want to index 0, and just that item will get apple printed to our terminal. And if I change that to 1, of course that's going to be cherry, so let's save that and print that. And yep, just for the sake of being thorough, we'll go to 2, save it, and that will give us guava, like so. Okay, so that's how we can index items in a list. We can also change items in a list. So I could have fruit, and then I could index it and say, okay, maybe cherry, so 1. So that's going to index to 1. Maybe I want to change that from a cherry. Maybe I want to change it to grape, something like that. And now when I print fruit this time, of course we'll see that the value has changed. Okay, so let's just run that. There we go. So it was cherry and then it's become grape. Can't do that with a tuple, by the way. Can do it with a list, and we've got a whole card and video on tuples. Tuples are immutable, so you cannot mutate them, you cannot change them. And lists are mutable, you can mutate them, you can change them. Sometimes you want it to be immutable, sometimes you want it to be mutable. If you want it mutable, go for a list. If you want it immutable, go for a tuple. Okay, anything else we can do with lists? Well, yeah, lots and lots. We don't have to have just strings. We can have different data types in here. So we can have integers. We could also have variables in here. We could have floating point numbers. We could have Boolean values. We could have a number list. And we do go over that in the indexing video. So I'm putting a Boolean value in there. We've got an integer. And let's put a floating point number as well. So that just means a decimal number like that as well. And then, you know, I can change this as well, and that Boolean will then become a string. And let's just run that. Okay, so you can see we've got integer, Boolean, floating point, and strings, and we can mix them all in, and we can reassign the values, and it's very dynamic, right? Which means it can change. We can change it easily. Okay, so that's kind of the basics of using lists in Python. We also have methods that we can call on lists. So let's do a different example. Let's do animals. We're going to make a list. How do we do it? That's right, square brackets. Animals, let's have a cat, and then comma. So comma in between each item that you're putting into it, dog, and a skunk, probably like that. Okay, fine. So there's our list of animals. Now methods. So let's just print. First of all, let's just print it and just make sure it's all good and it all works as expected. And yes, it does. I'm just going to clear the terminal. Okay, so now let us use animals, and let's call a method, and we're going to use append. And let's append to it, I don't know, monkey. something like that. Okay, and then after we've appended monkey to the animals list, let's print the animals list again and see what difference the append method has made. Sorry, that was clear. And there you go, monkey. It has appended monkey to the list. So cat, dog, skunk, then we append monkey and it appends monkey. So it just adds it to the end, right? It just adds it to the end, whatever you put there. So that is quite useful. And then let's do animals, and we'll just use another simple, you can see all of these, when I do the dot notation, it comes up with all of these, all of these methods. There's loads and loads and loads. We're just going to use remove. There's lots and lots. We're just going to have the basics, remember here. You can look at those research shows if you want to. You might not need most of them ever, but sometimes it's useful to know about them. Anyway, don't try and memorize them, right? It's ridiculous. Don't try and memorize things. Just research them as and when you need them, just like these technique cards. All right, so we're going to remove. What are we going to remove? Let's have a think. I guess dog. Let's remove the doggy. Okay, and then just to prove that we removed the dog, let's just print out the list again. Okay, and let's save that. So let's just have a look what's happening. We put cat, dog, skunk, print it. We append monkey, print it, so we get cat, dog, skunk, monkey. Then we remove dog, so we should then get cat, skunk, monkey as we print it that time. And let's just make sure that's the case. Yeah. So we got dog, no dog. Doggy's disappeared. Oh dear. Never mind. So we can remove it. By the way, just looking at remove, if we have in here another dog, so it's the exact same value, what do we think is going to happen here? Will it remove both, or will it just remove the first one? Will it remove the last one, or a random one? What's it going to do? So let's just have a look at that. Yeah, you can see we still got the second dog. It actually removes the first one. So it looks along that list, and as soon as it finds the first instance of it, it removes it, and then it doesn't do any more. So that is something to bear in mind when you're using the remove method. Okay, lists, very, very useful. Lots of fun things you can do with them. Use them all the time. There are some challenges on the technique card to have a go at, and definitely use lists in your own projects as well, because they're very useful, pretty cool, and they are fun. Okay, hope the video made sense. Hope it was of use, and until next time, take care.